All right, back. It's the next day, part two, I guess. I got the transmission drained out, and I moved the brake line over. This is the driver's side, or the passenger side brake line, or brake caliper. I moved over so that the brake line is not in the way. I have all the bell housing bolts out. I got this transjack holding it up, and I have this cooler lines unplugged, and I have a little rubber cap over it so it doesn't drip all over the floor, even though I have a few drips, but not too bad. You got that plug there, this plug here, I think that's for the reverse lockout, and then there's a temperature sensor plug on this side, and then there's one for the CAGs too, for the skip shift, but mine's disabled. So basically all I have to do now is slide this out, and the shift rod that goes to the shifter is going to come out with it, and then there's a roll pin or a dowel pin you got to drive out to get that piece off. Then I can set this up on the table and then take the tail shaft housing off. Alright, I got the transmission moved back on the transjack, and as you can see through there, that's where that rod goes up to the front. And then right here, you can't really see when you get the light. Well, okay, under that rubber piece, there's a pin in there that you drive out, and then that'll come off, and then you can set it up on the table. I do this on a plastic 8-foot table. So what I did was, last time, I just drilled 2 holes in it, so the input shaft goes through here, and the shift, the piece that sticks out for the shift rod goes in the other hole, so you can stand it straight up. Again, I only had to take off the tail shaft part, thankfully, because the other part's not too bad, but it's just more involved than just taking the back off, because there's some bolts in the side and you got to line the forks up and stuff like that. So let me get this down and out and up on the table. All right, got it up on the table. I have that little board there at the bottom too that helps keep it in the center, or I mean not center, but keeps it from toppling, wobbling. I got all these bolts out already for the tail shaft, so basically it's just going to come on off. Oh, I have to set this down. So there you have it. I got that off. Now everything from here, you have to take everything off in order. You slide it up and off the shaft and set each thing down in the exact order that you took it off, and you will not have a problem putting it back. There's a pin or a clip that holds on the reverse fork, and this fork here, and then after that there's clips here that are holding on each thing, and like I said, just set it off. I only got to go down to those 2 on the bottom. That's the ones I'm after. So I'll have to I think spin this around so I can see the other side where the pin is, and then I can start getting that out. Okay, so this is my starting. So I got this shaft here, is this stuff here, all taken off in order. That is the last thing, and I'm working this way. And then that's the first thing coming off here, and I'm showing I got a gear puller here pulling off the reverse, And then there's another clip here. I'll have to pull this one off. There's a whole setup I got. I don't have all the exact stuff, so I do it whatever way I can get to get it off. And then putting it back on. Oh, and back here, there's a dowel pin here. You just push that out, get this off so you can get this other fork down there out of there too. Okay. As soon as I get a mount for this phone, I could do a little bit better here, but here's almost everything's out of it. And basically you have clips, a couple snap rings, and you have to pull some of the gears off. They're not super tight, but you can't just slide them off. I have a concoction that I make to pull them off. It's better than nothing, but I got these things here. I hook them up with like chain and stuff to make them longer just so I can reach it. So all I got to do is pull that's sixth gear out of there. The other part of sixth gear is right here. But like I said, you put everything in order. So this row here is for this shaft, and this row here is for the other one. So when I put it back together, the first thing that goes on is, obviously you see that's the last thing. So I'm going to take this one off and I switch it with the other one, and then put this gear back on, and I got some new synchros for it. So I'm going to put that in, and I got these new plastic pieces. The one on my reverse ones, I don't know what happened to it from before, but it kind of got melted. So I put them back in because last time I didn't have anything else. So, yeah. So that's what I got for now. I'm going to get this gear pulled off, and then I'll show how I put them on. I usually put them in the toaster oven for a little bit, and they pretty much just slide right on. All right, well, I suppose if I did this for a living, I'd have the exact right tools. But here's my thing here. Like I said, it's not pressed on that hard. It's almost all the way off. But that's what I had to do to get it to reach. Putting it on, I don't need any of this. So, like I said, I just heat it up in the oven and just slide it right on there. But yeah, it's a little pain in the ass without the right stuff, but it pulls it straight up. So I got that sixth gear out. Here's the new one. This is the 0.50 for a Z06, and that's the one that matches it, and that's the old set right here. I just threw the parts on this one just so I could, when I put the new ones on, I got brand new synchros. I just take these off and swap them out. That way, it's just simple that way. Yeah, so that's the 0.67, and this is gonna be 0.56. So I'll probably start putting this together tomorrow because my setups took a little longer than I wanted, so that'll be that for now. But I'll keep this on the same video, so there won't be I'll just continue it tomorrow.